Hi, friends. Welcome to the Hey Fundraiser podcast. I'm your host, Mary, and whether you're a frontline fundraiser, the operations professional, a board member, or just somebody wanting to make an impact in your community, this podcast is for you. We cover all facets of fundraising, and our main objective is to give you ideas and inspiration to help you raise more money. Join us as we learn, grow, and make an impact together. Hey fundraiser, thanks for tuning in today. We are going to cover a topic that not a lot of people talk about. Common mistakes that occur when you're cultivating your major gift prospect. These mistakes can cost the organization the relationship and the gift, so it's really imperative that you work hard to avoid these missteps. These are in no particular order. All 8 are particularly dreadful. So let's just jump in. First is just not following through. If you say you're going to do something for a prospect, make sure to do it. If you say, I'll send you an article that I recently read, do it. If you say, I'll give you a call next Friday, when Friday rolls around, you make that call. Even if you're going to be late with your deliverable, it's okay to reach out and let them know. You can't find the article that you promised by a certain date, send a text or give them a call to let them know you're searching high and low for it. Following through is a critical part of relationship building. Don't be the person who flakes out. The best way to end a relationship before it even starts is to not do what you say you're going to do. Another way to discredit yourself and the organization, and our second mistake, is to ghost your prospects. When you begin cultivating, you can't disappear or go dark. If you're not in communication with your prospect, at least monthly, it can get weird because you have all these false starts and stops. When the time is right and the prospect is qualified, make the commitment to cultivate through solicitation. Don't stop your cultivation efforts unless the prospect is disqualified or it's time to actually solicit. Number 3 on our list is doing all the talking when cultivating. I once went on a donor visit with a colleague and she spoke for 90% of the meeting. She felt like she was educating the donors on all the amazing things that the organization was doing. But what she failed to realize is that she didn't engage the donor in the discussion at all. The donor was bored, practically glazed over, and it didn't feel like a relationship building effort. It felt like a lecture. During the cultivation process, make sure to give time and space for the prospect to share. Cultivation is really a fact-finding mission, and you want to have a deep understanding of what the donor cares about and what's happening in the donor's life. This is going to help you in so many ways. You want to uncover all of the pieces you need to put forth the most perfect solicitation for that donor. Lecturing will not get you there. Relationships are a two-way street, definitely not a one-way. Our next mistake, number 4, is one that I see too often. Many fundraisers will just cultivate forever and never actually ask for the gift. I like to call this serial cultivation. Some fundraisers believe that they actually don't need to ask. And because they've built this amazing relationship with a prospect, that the money is just going to flow into the organization from that prospect. No, absolutely not. It does not work that way. I just want to be very clear. You get what you ask for. And if you don't ask for anything, guess what you're going to get? Plus, if cultivation goes on too long, it can really get weird for both parties. If you're just hanging out with a prospect and not moving them forward, like toward a gift, you're just a friend at that point, not a professional fundraiser. Every move you make with a prospect should be strategic and move that prospect toward a gift. Now, on the flip side, and our next mistake, which is number 5, is not cultivating long enough. There's really a cultivation sweet spot that you want to strive for. You need to cultivate until you know 4 things. First, what organizational effort or program the donor is most passionate about. Second is how much you want to ask for in your solicitation. Third, why the prospect cares about your organization. And fourth, you've gotten permission from the donor to solicit them. The prospect shouldn't be moved into solicitation until those four things are solidified in your mind and recorded in your database. Our next mistake is that fundraisers are not proactive in their cultivation efforts. When you've built out a strong moves management strategy, you have your next few moves planned out. You're not making up your tactics on the fly, you're working a plan. Before you walk into any meeting or pick up the phone or do any cultivation effort, you have to have a clear goal of what you want to accomplish with that particular move. You want to be proactive, but you can't be too rigid about it either. Remember, you might have a time frame that you're really hoping for, but at the end of the day, it's really the donor schedule that you're working with. You must have an element of flexibility, but also work the plan that you've set out. It's not easy to be both proactive and flexible, but I trust you are going to find your groove. Another misstep that fundraisers make is not introducing the prospect to others at the organization. They tend to keep relationships close to the chest. This could be introducing them to a board member, leadership, program experts, or even other donors, but the relationship cannot live with just the fundraiser. Too often, fundraisers move on to the next job and the relationship with that prospect fizzles. The relationship is really between the donor or prospect and the organization, and the fundraiser is a facilitator in that relationship. So broaden the relationships between the prospect and the organization, and it will not only deepen the relationship, but preserve it for the future. Our final mistake, number 8, is not asking for permission to solicit a gift. This is an important step in moving someone from cultivation to solicitation. This is important because you don't want to solicit and the prospect be completely caught off guard. It really should be no secret that you are there to build a relationship that ultimately gets to a gift. But you don't want to put yourself in an awkward position of asking for a gift and the prospect saying, "Oh, I didn't know that's what this relationship was about." Yikes, nobody wants to be in that position. That situation will freeze up a warm relationship quicker than you can imagine. So these are my 8 costly mistakes that I see too often when fundraisers are out there cultivating. The key is to have a strong moves management strategy in place. This is going to help you avoid mistakes, curate an amazing experience for your prospects, and keep you on track. If you feel like we've missed a mistake or you want to share another cultivation effort you or a colleague has made, please leave us a comment. This is a place where we can all learn together. Hey fundraiser, thanks for everything you do to make the world a better place. We need to stick together in the nonprofit sector, so if there is someone you know who would appreciate today's topic, please share it with them. Or if there's a topic you'd like us to delve into, get in touch with us on social media or at heyfundraiser.com. Until next time.